Welcome. What is the relationship between the people and the law? Well, this is a common question in many parts of the world today. Rarely do Christians reflect on this question about God's law. Since Moses is always depicted with the tablets of the law, the Ten Commandments, people usually remember that God gave the commandments to Moses on Mount Sinai, but the rest of the story is often lost. Here we see Moses displaying the tablets to the people. You'll notice the rays coming out of Moses' head. That's because of a reference made when he walks away from his experience with the burning bush. He was shown to be radiating light from his head. And so he's often depicted that way in art. But notice in the front, the people seem to be reading the tablets. And then just behind them, a few seem to have raised their hands to ask questions. And notice that a few at the back are cheering or clapping, seemingly quite happy about what Moses is announcing. What Moses is saying, at least according to the book of Deuteronomy, is that the tablet contains the details of the covenant between God and the people. A covenant is like a contract in the sense that it is an exchange of promises, but it's more about personal commitment than about being able to walk away if the other party doesn't comply. In the lead-up moments of this story, Moses talks about God leading the people out of slavery to the land of milk and honey. In other words, in the covenant between God and these people, God has already done things to prove God's commitment toward them. In exchange for all of the good things God has done for the people, God is asking the people to keep these 10 laws. A few relate to their relationship with God. Most are about how to maintain relationships within the community. Today, people sometimes think of law as oppressive. These people would cheer about getting the law because as slaves they would have been subject to the whims of their masters or the Pharaoh. There would have been no way to protect themselves from evil, abusive masters. Having a set of laws that applied to everyone meant that they were afforded some protection. It meant that they could live as a self-governing community. How would your community be governed if the laws were to vanish and the people had to start over? Would you be able to agree on new laws? Would you invite someone in the community to be the lawmaker? Or would the community dissolve into anarchy? While the laws would have been seen by a gift back in Moses' day, that doesn't mean people wouldn't have questions to ask or want to read the details. Will God abandon us if we don't honor these conditions? What happens if we do violate one of these? Do these apply to everyone? All of the people around Moses grasp the essence of covenant with God. Faith in God has resulted in great gifts. As a gift to God, as a way to express gratitude and a commitment to ongoing relationships with God, the people are invited to act in accordance with these ways of right living. Can you embrace God's will anew in your life? Thank you for watching. God bless.